Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Good morning. Welcome to your yin practice. Thanks so much for joining me. My name is Rachel. So today we will begin standing at the top of our mat. Just start to move that body, get the blood flowing, and then come down onto our mat and move into our yin practice. So if you're ready, let's come to our feet. Just coming to the top of our mat. Start to ground the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Start to lift the quads. Lift the torso out of the hips. Roll the shoulders back, opening and expanding the lungs, the chest, the shoulders. Lengthening through the spine, crown to the sky. Maybe close the eyes. Begin to connect with the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Just coming into a nice, deep, steady breath. Try to equalize that inhale with the exhale. So nice deep inhale. And maybe hold for a second and then exhale. Pushing out all that stale used air. Inhale, let's float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Hands to heart. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe take a moment to set an intention, dedication for your practice if you'd like. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, coming into our first forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll through the spine, float the arms up. Press the palms together, lift and lengthen. Gently press the hips forward. Hands to heart. Inhale up. 2 more times, flowing with your own breath, just like that. Make sure you bend the knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend. Hands to heart. One more time, just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Adding on here, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back. Left leg, find your high plank. Breathe here, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips. Lifting slightly. Press the heels back. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, chin. Slide onto the belly. Inhale, peel the chest. Hug those elbows nice and close. Point the toes, align the legs. Peel that chest up. Exhale. Press through tabletop. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. And coming into your down dog, maybe paddle the heels, bend the knees. Take whatever movements you need to feel good here. Breathe, lifting the tailbone to the sky. Let that sternum drop down to the ground. And let's walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reaching up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg, right leg, find high plank. Make sure that neck stays in alignment. Beautiful straight line from the crown of the head down to the heels. Breathe, push that breath through the entire body. And then lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, peel the chest. Exhale, tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. And try to go a little deeper here. Drop those heels. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Ground those feet. Press the hips forward. Go deeper, opening up that front body. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Holding here, Utkatasana, palms face in. Sit down in that imaginary chair. Lift the gaze up, we'll open the chest, unshrug the shoulders, sit down lower, slight pelvic tilt here. Breathe. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk, step, or float the feet. High plank. Hold here. And if you're ready, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Open up that chest, roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, roll through the feet, down dog. 2 breaths. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reaching up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale. Back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Exhale. Dive it down. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Left foot, right foot, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Feel the shoulders opening. Start to externally rotate those shoulders out. Gaze past the knees. Check to make sure they're not caving inward. Start to spiral the thighs out. Walk, step, or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Reach to the sky. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Chair squats, nice and slow and controlled here. Warming up the legs. 3. Inhale, open that body. Exhale, sit down nice and low. 3, 2, and last one, hold here. Find that chair, and exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk or float the feet. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Adding on here. Right leg floats up. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Draw that knee into the chest. Step through. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Open the arms, open the heart to the sky. Frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes. Right leg, 3-legged dog. Float down that right foot to meet the left foot. Back to down dog. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Knee to chest, step through. Low lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Open the arms. Frame that left foot. Tuck the toes. 3-legged dog. Left foot meets right foot, down dog. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, Utkatasana. Inhale up. Chair squats. Remember, this is your warm-up. We're going to slow down in a moment. So just going with your own breath here. Last one. Hold your chair. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left foot. Right foot. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Let that left heel drop. Right heel to the right glute. Knee to chest, step through. Low lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale, sink the hips. Exhale, frame that foot. Holding here, forward fold. Shift the hips back. Maybe slide that right foot forward. Start to square the hips. Let that body fold. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Flex the right foot. Exhale, low lunge. Back to center. Tuck the left toes. Right leg up to the sky. Float it down. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Stacking that left hip over the right. Drop that right heel. Flex the left foot. Draw that left heel to the left glute. Opening it up. Knee to chest, step through. Low lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Open the arms. Frame that foot. Forward fold. Slide that left heel forward. And just breathe here. Settle in for a couple of seconds. Square the hips. Let the chest drop down towards that left thigh. Try to go a little deeper here. And then release. Tuck the right toes back center. Shoot that left leg up to the sky. Float it down, down dog. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Holding here. Walk the feet out hips width. Take the hands to opposite elbows, coming in for a ragdoll. Just let that upper body hang, maybe sway from side to side. And then find stillness here. Inhale, roll the body up. Reaching up to the sky. From here, we're going to come into a lateral stretch. So bring the feet together. Right arm floats alongside that right side body. Reach, lifting through the left palm, left fingertips, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, start to bend, pressing that left hip out, getting a nice lateral stretch. Inhale, float it up. Left arm floats down. Right arm reaches up. Press that right hip out. Gaze up to the right palm. Inhale up. Exhale, left side. So just repeating one more time. Getting a nice stretch. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let's dive it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Walk or float the feet. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. 2 deep breaths here. Let that head just hang. And then slowly let the knees float down, coming into our yin practice, floating into extended child's pose. Feel free to widen the knees if you need to. Let the chest drop, let the hips drop to the heels. Walk the arms out. Let the forehead rest on the ground. Just settle in. Begin to settle the mind. Maybe take a little inventory of the body, checking to see where you feel tension, resistance. Begin to push the breath to those areas of the body where you're feeling that tension, resistance. Just breathe. Slowly begin to float up, coming into tabletop, making your way slightly towards the back of your mat. Bringing the knees, hips width apart. I'm going to come into thread the needle pose first, working the upper back. Floating that right arm up. Start to gaze up to that right palm, opening up the chest. Exhale, float that right arm underneath the left, coming down onto the right shoulder, the right ear. So we're coming into our first yin posture. The shoulders, the upper back. So from here, take the left arm, and you can keep that left palm grounded if that feels good, or start to slide the left palm forward, opening up that left shoulder as well. So do what feels good for you. So we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so ease into the postures, take your time, listen to your body, don't rush. Search for that edge, that point of resistance, tension. And when you find that edge, just hold and breathe. Try to relax through the neck, the jaw. So working that upper body here. Working on finding space. Letting go. If that left arm is extended out, start to walk it back in, bringing that left palm in close towards the body, and then press, floating that right arm up, float it up to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Come back to center, get your alignment, make sure the hips are stacked over the knees. And then float that left arm up, gaze up. And exhale, coming to the opposite side. Thread that left arm underneath the right. And then let that left ear, left shoulder come onto the ground. So you can stay right here, keeping that right palm grounded, or start to slide the right hand forward. Feeling an opening in the left side, upper back, left shoulder. The arm is extended, maybe the chest a little bit, and then maybe that right armpit, right shoulder. Close the eyes, find your edge, hold, and breathe. Relax the jaw. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Breathe through that tension, resistance. Relax the neck, the shoulders. Come into that deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Start to walk that right palm back in. If you had it extended, pressing into the right palm, float that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Coming into our melting heart. Let's walk the palms out, keeping those hips stacked over the knees. Start to slowly let the chest melt down to the ground. Let that heart drop. Option to keep the gaze straight ahead or lower down onto the forehead. Maintain the hips over the knees. Stay with that breath, don't hold the breath. So getting a nice opening in the chest, the armpits, the shoulders, the upper back. From here, start to float down onto the belly, releasing. Take the arms alongside the body. Palms facing up and let the forehead touch. Let's take the arms coming onto the forearms, so arms out in front, walk the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms flat to the ground. So coming into our Sphinx pose, take those legs mat's width, or whatever is comfortable for you here. Walk the elbows in closer, making sure to get that shoulder stack. Start to lift the chest, peel the chest off the ground. And then once you get into your Sphinx pose with the alignment, just check the body. Make sure you're not tensing up anywhere, holding on, clenching the glutes or any muscles in the leg. Just relax here. Use that nice, deep, steady breath. Relax in the shoulders. And start to puff the chest out, lift through the crown. Just notice the spine. So we're shifting our attention to the lower back here, the spine, middle back. Make sure that you stay with a nice neutral neck. Maybe close the eyes or keep the gaze straight ahead. Don't hold the breath. Search for that edge. Search for that resistance, the tension. Then hold and breathe. Allow the body to do its magic, making space, opening. Use that breath, drawing in that fresh oxygen, bringing fresh blood flowing into those areas. Helping with circulation. You can hold here, or if you'd like to transition into seal, start to lift the elbows up. So you can totally stay in Sphinx pose if that feels good for you. Or if you want to try seal, just move through that little checklist. Make sure you didn't tense up in the legs or the glutes, the feet. Make sure the shoulders didn't travel up towards the ears. Or you're tense in the jaw, the face. Try to keep everything relaxed, and if you can't, then just stay in Sphinx pose. Puff the chest out, lift through that crown. Slowly start to release. If you're in seal, make your way back down to Sphinx pose. Lower the chest all the way down, taking the arms out to the sides. Just resting here. Take the palms up and then turn the head to the right, resting on that left ear. Let the shoulders fall to the mat. Just getting a little neck stretch here. And come back to center. Turn the head to the opposite side, resting that right ear. Back to center. Take the palms outside the chest, elbows to the sky. Press through your tabletop, nice and slow. Extra slow. Let the hips drop back towards the heels. Take your time floating in for your extended child's pose. Maybe notice how you feel coming into your extended child's pose for the second time. If anything feels different. Maybe you're getting those hips closer to the heels. Maybe you feel more open in the shoulders, the upper back, the chest. Slowly, let's float back up into our tabletop first. Tuck the toes. Maybe flow through your high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, meeting in downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths, taking whatever movements you need. Maybe drop one heel, then the other, bending the knees.
Let's shift our attention to the lower body. Bring that right leg up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Maybe search for that right foot under the left armpit. And draw the knee into the chest. Step through for dragon pose, low lunge. Frame that right foot with the palms. So this is all about the hips, finding space. So you can hold right here in dragon if that's enough for you. If you're feeling a nice stretch here and in the left hip flexor, the glute, this whole area. Maybe you're not feeling anything right away, but if you stay here and breathe, start to feel maybe resistance, tension. So just stay here. If you have been practicing a while and you want to go right into lizard pose, feel free to go into your lizard. Just wherever you are, keep the focus on the hips, hip opening. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. If you're in dragon, make sure you're not putting too much weight in the arms, the palms, the upper body. Let that whole upper body go limp. Let the head relax, the neck. Breathe through that tension, resistance, discomfort. You should never feel pain in yoga. If you do, just ease out of wherever you are. Just breathe. And then slowly make your way back. Just taking little baby steps. So if you're in your lizard pose, come back to center. From dragon here, going to come into a forward fold. So start to slide that right heel forward, shift the hips back. Maybe hips stay stacked over the knees at this point. So should start to feel a nice stretch along that right hamstring, the back of the right leg. So from here, you can hold here if this feels challenging enough, or we're going to go a little deeper. Starting to come to sit down. So if you just lower the hips, you're going to sit right on that left heel. Start to shift that left heel outside the left hip. You may have to shift the body down. Coming into a nice quad stretch here. So from here, you can stay right here. Maybe start to come down onto the elbows, the forearms, keeping that left leg, left knee bent. So here you'll start to feel a stretch in the left quad. Maybe the left knee. Again, if you have sensitive knees or any kind of issues with the knees, be mindful, listen to your body, ease into this. Or if this is not for you, just stay in that forward fold stretch. If you'd like to go deeper here, start to come onto the back. If you can, ease into it. So it could get quite intense in that left quad, left knee. Ease into these postures. Take your time. If you feel pretty good here, you can float the arms above the head. Maybe take hands to opposite elbows, ragdoll arms. And just breathe. If anything gets too intense, slowly move out of the posture how you came into it. Mindfully, slow, always being gentle, taking care to listen to your body. Start to make the way onto the forearms if you're on your back. Coming back up onto the palms. And then coming back to that seated, maybe tucking that left ankle under the left glute. Float up onto the left knee. Coming back to dragon. So just transitioning back to center where we began. From here, we're going to flow through a three-legged dog. Take our vinyasa. Always have the option to skip the vinyasa and just come to a downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky. Float it down. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg to the sky, bend the knee, stack the hip. Search for that left foot under the right armpit. And then draw the knee into the chest, step through for dragon. Make sure the left knee stays stacked over the left ankle. You never want the knee to go past the toes. It's an invitation for injury. Alignment's so important. Frame that left foot with the palms. Begin to sink the hips, let them drop. Find that edge, that point of resistance. Let that right leg start to slide back behind you. Feeling a nice stretch in that right hip flexor, left thigh. Let the upper body go limp here. Let the head hang. Just relax and breathe. Find that stillness in the body and the mind here. Take the weight out of the palms. So if you did go for a lizard on the opposite side, make sure you balance out the body and just repeat what you did on the left side. Make sure you don't have a lot of pressure in that right knee. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Equalize that long, deep, steady breath. So if you're in lizard, make your way back to dragon, center. And from here, shifting into that forward fold, that half split, runner stretch. Slide that left heel forward. Maybe flex the left foot. Begin to feel a nice stretch in that left hand. Back of the leg, the left hamstring. So maybe keeping the hips stacked over the knee here. It's the first step. Begin to square the hips. Let the chest drop deeper. Don't be afraid to go deeper. It's okay if the spine rounds here. If you'd like to go into that deep quad stretch, start to let the hips drop down. And taking that right heel outside of the right hip. So you can see that the right ankle. Slide down if you're going to make your way onto the mat. So when you're ready, start to walk back onto the forearms, the elbows. So it's okay to stay right here. If this is intense enough, just stay right here. So that right knee should be grounded to the mat. If you want to go all the way down, listening to your body, just slowly make your way down. So pretty intense stretch. That right front thigh, quad. You float the arms up. Just try to relax here. And yin, getting into those deeper connective tissues, the fascia. And just finding some space, some opening, allowing the muscles to relax. Don't hold that breath. Sometimes we don't even realize we stop with that nice, deep, steady breath. Deep, steady breath is what allows the body to relax, surrender, go deeper. Start to slowly make your way back up onto the elbows, the forearms, the palms, coming back to seated. Take that right heel underneath the right glute, coming to sit. Bend that left knee. Come back to dragon. Slide that right leg back. Tuck the right toes underneath. Flow through your vinyasa, three-legged dog. Exhale. Down dog, hold here, or flow through high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Float the knees down. Find that extended child's pose again. And notice how you feel here. Float up to seated. So you can stay where you are, I'm just going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing. So coming into, just stack the hips over the heels. And you can keep the knees hips width apart or bring them together. We're going to come into a little yin for the feet. So tucking the toes. And again, you can take the knees a little wide. So sitting the hips on the heels if you can. Just going to get a nice stretch in the feet. So again, in our yin practice, we're going to hold here. So initially, you might feel something right away, you might not, but use that breath. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, take that right hand to the left elbow. Just getting a nice stretch in that left tricep. Draw that elbow towards the right. And release. Open the arms. Inhale up. Take that left hand to the right elbow. Stretching that right tricep this time. So you might notice that maybe your feet are feeling pretty intense if you're still tucking the toes, so that's all good. Breathe through it. Release the arms. From here, we're going to shift forward, so take the palms out in front of you. Fingers are facing towards your knees. Wrists are facing away from you. Spread the fingers, and you can release the toes if you'd like. Rest the tops of the feet on the mat. Start to shift the hips back towards the heels. So we're shifting our attention now to the wrists, the forearms. So you'll start to feel pretty intense stretch here. Stay with that breath. You can't do it without the breath. Close the eyes. So feeling a stretch in the wrists. So we're giving a little extra love to different parts of the body today. Now let's slowly release, flipping the palms forward. And then coming to seated. Let's take the legs out. Sitting up nice and tall, grounding the sits bones. Coming into dragonfly. So flex the feet, point the toes a couple of times here. Feel grounded. And then take the palms, walking forward. Maybe coming onto the forearms. Just settling in, walking into this yin posture. Take your time. keeping the feet flexed if you want to come in for the full expression of the pose. Maybe make that hand to toe connection, let the chest drop. So just go, do what feels good for you, listening to the body. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let's come back to center. Come back to ground the sits bones. Coming into a nice lateral stretch. Inhale, float that left arm up. Reaching over towards that right foot. So make sure you don't cave in. Let's open up that chest to the sky. Inhale, float up, take it over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Float that right leg back to the top of your mat. Bending both knees. Take the palms underneath the thighs and just lift the chest up. Exhale, round. Seated cat-cows. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, round. This time, release, floating on to the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe forehead to knees. Extend both legs out. We're going to come into banana pose. Float the arms overhead. Start to walk both legs off the mat over to the right side. And then keeping the hips grounded, start to move the upper body, creating a banana shape or a crescent moon shape. Feeling a nice stretch along that whole left side body. And if you want to go deeper here, you can cross the left foot over the right, left ankle over that right ankle. Maybe feel a deeper, more intense stretch in the outer left hip. Let's release, walk the legs back, bring the upper body back to center. Take it over to the opposite side, walking the left legs off the mat. And then once you're there, start to bring the upper body, creating that banana shape, crescent moon. Cross the ankles. If you did on the opposite side, this time right ankle crosses over left. And just breathe into that right side body stretch. Try to keep the hips grounded, the shoulders grounded. Should feel an intense stretch in that right side body, the right hip. Nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. Let's release the ankles if you have them crossed. Walk the legs back in. Coming back to center, walk that upper body. Exhale, hug the knees in. One last time. And then extend, coming in for a 2-minute Shavasana. Or you can always take longer if that feels good. So extending the legs out, hips width, mats width. Open the arms up, palms to the sky. Coming back to the present moment, coming back to stillness in the body and mind. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like, gaining all the wonderful benefits it provides. If you'd like to join me in closing out your practice, start to bring your awareness back, moving the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet, inhaling the arms up overhead, bending the knees and rolling onto that right side. Coming into a fetal position, taking some nice deep steady breaths here. Slowly, maybe keeping the eyes closed, come back to a comfortable seated position. Roll the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Closing out our practice with cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Coming in for 3 nice deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale up. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for being so consistent. The more consistent you are, the easier the practice will get, the further you can go and challenge yourself. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com. Become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.